I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we're going to have a look at the brand new, just launched Paragen Launchpad. So this was actually a launchpad that I brought to the Digits Club community with allocation. So every Digits Club NFT holder got allocation for this project. Super bullish. If you're not a part of Digits Club, check the link in the description down below. Paragen, a new upcoming launchpad, focused on the virtual tomorrow, the first multi-chain metaverse incubator. So definitely focused on the metaverse in general. We're going to discuss what they're going to do and obviously the tiers, the launch in general. So the launch, it started at 9 cents. Just launched half an hour ago, and actually extremely good performance in the current market conditions. So definitely keep in mind that all the launches so far have been a disaster because Bitcoin just keeps declining. It keeps pulling back up and declining. Basically 3 months ago, coming from 52K all the way down 37K, it's not able to recover, which is obviously one of the worst things for launchpads in general. This launched at 9 cents, basically shot up to about 35 cents, or 4x in the first 3 minutes, one candle a minute, then reached the all-time high on a big order here of about 54 cents, then saw a small decline because the claim went live at 30. So 9:32 actually, because 9:30 was not claimable just yet. So at 9:32 the claim went live. Which basically means you would have a 3x on the launch. And I think I can speak for everybody that with the current market conditions, a 3x is great. Surprisingly, it's holding even quite strong at like a 2.83x right now. So there's not any severe decline. People are actually buying. Why are people buying? I assume because it's quite affordable to get into this launchpad right now. If you look at the tiers, right? So they basically have guaranteed IDO application on all the different tiers. So the tiers start at 200 of the token. So 200 of this token, 3 tokens for $1. So you're basically $80 and you're in the first tier right now, which I would say is extremely affordable. So even for the smallest investors, Paragen has an opportunity there, which is definitely extremely bullish. When we look at like the bigger tiers, so 80,000 for the legend tier, you have obviously a significant pool weight here. We're talking at the moment about $8,000, right? This is basically the first day the coin has gone live. So $8,000 for the maximum tier. If we would compare this to anything like a CDFI when they launched, right, the opportunities, those tiers basically a year later right now are about $700,000, right? So definitely a huge opportunity to get in early on Paragen. The roadmap is definitely quite clear, right? So we are currently in the first quarter. Product launch on the mainnet with all deployed contracts has been completed. Successful completion of the audits, which has been completed because they have already listed. So I assume the audits are done. RGEN token IDO on our own platform and listing for DEX and centralized exchange. So the DEX is currently PancakeSwap, where they have listed right now. NFT designs for token launches as well as NFT airdrops to random stakers. IGO and INO functionalities. So they definitely are going to expand to sub-holders of the metaverse, so basically games and NFTs, which makes sense. Full scale for Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and Solana. Then the upcoming roadmap for later this year is the meta markets to launch their own platform, in-game NFT and metaverse marketplace, on-ramp purchases directly through the platform to purchase RGEN. Build the metaverse on Paragen to be integratable. Initiate, so that's basically the start. Don't get too bullish and think everything would be done at that point. And then full scale on the other 3 available blockchains. So they definitely want to go in on all the blockchains available on the layer 1s. Beta release for the metaverse with active utility to interact with users. So it is definitely going a bit beyond the launchpad, right? Definitely community focused, big engagement there. And their 3 strong components come down to the advisory, the incubation, and then the launch, right? So I obviously always like to make a price prediction, right? They have a white paper available, which you can basically thoroughly review. And this is basically what I did when I got interested in Paragen, and I talked with the Paragen team, and I was like, hey, let's look for mutual opportunities, right? Because as you can see, the seed and the public were very close, and the vesting is 20% TGE. All the other ones, strategic 5% TGE, 12 months, seed also 5% TGE, also 12 months. So it's definitely a classic Launchpad setup, but the prices are quite next to one another. Token distribution, really normal, nothing too crazy there. And a very short white paper for a Launchpad. It's not that complicated. I believe we all know how a Launchpad works. So the main important thing, in my opinion, is now the price prediction relative to the tiers, right? Because the question is, did you participate in this launch? Then yes, you have the opportunity to sell your tokens for profit, or you can keep your tokens for allocation. Those are obviously choices. On the other hand, we're now in a bearish market. So if you would make your entry into Paragen, you might have a really good Launchpad opportunity moving forward. Of course, you carry the risk that Paragen hasn't launched any projects yet, because they just did their first project, and that was basically their own coin, right? So do take that into consideration. However, at the same time, that means that you can get into Paragen for very cheap, right? So it's already moving up again, which is like a really, really good signal. Being at about 31 cents, so 3 times IDO, I think is extremely bullish. And I would say most people would be fine with like tier 6. I think a 65 pool weight, 20K tokens would come down to about $6,000 right now, which is doable, right? It's not extremely, is that correct? $6,000? No, I don't think that's correct. 20,000 times 0.3. Yeah, 6,000. So when I made the calculation for the biggest tier, which is 80,000, so that's basically times 4. So that's already 24K right now. So that definitely has come up. Yeah. So definitely heavier on the legend side of things. Your pool weight will be extremely significant, right? So this one would be times 2, would be the same one. It would be only 280, and this is 305. So definitely the biggest boy on the block, but it already requires a significant amount. I'm not really too sure myself if I would be able to risk that, but I mean $5,000 would be doable, and in that case 6,000 I think would be fine as well. And then I would probably go for the ape tier in this case, just to experience the first couple of launches. Yes, if these launches go well, the coin will go up, but I also know that when Bitcoin gets a little shaky, this coin will most likely move down, and at that point your buying range will probably be I would say 14 to 16 cents. I think that's a good buying range, because at that point 40 to 16 cents you can pick up the ape tier for 3,000, right? And I think at that point it might be an interesting opportunity for me to step in. Right now I don't have any tokens. I did give all the allocation that I had as a partner of Paragen with the Digits Club to the actual club members for their amazing support. So you can see Paragen is right here, paragen.io, as a Digits Club partner. So definitely bullish on them in the long term. If you're interested in joining Digits Club, go to OpenSea, grab yourself a cute little NFT, and then we welcome you inside the club. If you just want to talk about projects, feel free to join the Digit Club general community. Link in the description. Go to Discord. We can have a chat. No NFT required whatsoever for that. About all the upcoming projects. And of course, we spoke about Paragen before. So in case you missed that, you might want to have a look there. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.